Howdy folks, this is going to be a short video on some latest bit of equipment I've got for my Airsoft gear. This arrived last week in light of our recent game in Airsoft where we noted that none of us had a torch and we were in a skirmish environment outdoors. We had some CQB environments where there were dark places, had some critters hiding in there that we couldn't see, none of us had torches, so this is my solution to that problem. I did some research, I was looking at Olight, I was looking at some torches attachments. Knowing that down the road I'll be going to CQB during the winter months, I was looking to get a laser sight as well. So the natural solution was to pick up one of these bad boys. Not just a case, but what's inside it, which is a PEQ-15. It's unbranded. I picked it up on eBay for 32 quid. Comes in a nice little plastic polymer protective case, kind of like a Pirelli style, which quite simply open up. It's got a couple of attachments on here which you can attach to your day rig when you're transporting it, or your cat if you so wish. Once I pop it open, this is what you get. So not only do you get a PEQ box, you also get some Chinese instructions which I can't read, so get rid of those. This is what I was presented when I got it. It's lighter than I thought actually. It is a polymer molding product. You can clearly see that with the mold lines that are across here, which if you're finicky about it, I suppose you could paint over and sand up. I don't really care. It does a function actually quite well. So with this PEQ box, you get obviously your torch, and you also get a laser that goes with it. What I didn't realize that came with it, and I didn't realize until I read the description on eBay once I purchased it, is it comes with an IR setting as well. Obviously I haven't got the IR equipment yet, but once I do, this might be quite handy. Yet to be tested. We've proven it works, so until then we'll just have to wait and see. For the layout of the actual PEQ box itself, on the front you've got the main purpose of it. So you've got your torch here, and you've got your two lasers, the red and the IR, and obviously this bad boy. So they are covered up with these dust covers and also protectors. Obviously we're in an environment where we're shooting ceramic pellets at each other. It's quite nice to have something to protect those lenses, those vulnerable parts. So they do provide you with these jackets. That doesn't affect the light so much. I can't notice a difference. So for instance, when I'm running it, I think I'll just always keep these over the top. It saves me having to buy another one down the road when a baby goes in there and messes up your bad day. So for the layout on the surface, there's a large on-off button, which is fantastically placed. When you've got it on your rifle, you can just quickly press it if you haven't got the tail adjuster on the back, which I'll get to in a moment. You also have adjusters for up and down for your torch, up and down for your lasers, which can just be adjusted by twisting these parts here. They do work. It's not amazing, but it's functional, and it's going to be perfect for those Airsoft games that we needed last time especially. On the bottom here, next to these blue anodized nuts, you have your selector, your mode selector. So rather than just being an on-off for all the pieces, you do have the option to run it with just the torch. You can run it with both, or you can run it with just the laser itself. Most cases, 9 times out of 10, I'll probably just run it in both. Cover all bases, basically. In the back, you have your camera view here. You have your battery input here. So it's a housing that's sealed with a gasket, so that's all watertight. And it's powered by a couple of Duracell batteries, a couple of 123s. You can pick these up from any supermarket. I think I paid about 10 quid for these two. I did the job quite well. Throw that one back on there. So as well as the battery component on the back, you've also got the jack plug for the extension switch, which I'll get to in a second. That'll be more about how I attach it to my rifle and what I actually do to make it function. So there we are. That's the PEQ box, and I'll get on to the setup. Right, okay, so here's our PEQ box, and here's the mouse tail on and off switch that they supply with you. And it quite simply goes into the jack plug, which is just here. It's a bit of compression. It's quite versatile actually. You can press it on and off and it responds. Or if you need it on for quick sharp burst, you can press it twice within 1 second and it stays on, which is fantastic, especially when you're just moving up into a CQB environment or a dark area. You can just, once off, press your grip twice, and there you go. You've got your laser and your torch. With regards to installing it, as I said before, you got the PEQ-15 adjustment. So the best way I work it is get it roughly where you want it. I try and put it as close to the front of the rifle as possible so that the muzzle and the flash doesn't affect the torch and hide half your torch feature. And then you just tighten it up with a nut around the back. Trusty 20p piece. If I can see what's going on. There we are. I've seen a few people run these on the top, on the sides, even one instance underneath. It's your PEQ-15 rail. You run it how you want. If you've got a funky scope on top, this thing might get in the way. I run mine with a holographic sight. So I was a bit worried about this being on front, blocking some of the view of just that tiny sort of reticle area in there. So for this instance, in the setup I've got, I've put mine on the left-hand side. And I run with a vertical grip, which I think is a Viper grip, which you can pick up from eBay or Amazon for like £8. Again, key lock underneath to tighten it up, and that's it. Simple as that. And now I've got a torch for all those dark environments, and there's people hiding in corners. Double press, single press off, sorted. And it adds next to no weight to the actual gun itself. All I did to do a slight mod was I got some electrical tape, taped the mouse tail to this, and it's not coming off. It's perfect. There we are, folks. That's my solution to dark environments in CQB and ad hoc. Cheers. See you on the field.